Hey, Memphis Mafia kid, and it's a rainy day in Mississippi. But hey, we're gonna get the videos out. Once again, I know before you start, it's late. Guess whose fault? We all know. It always is. Well,
Yours.
not mine.
Uh-huh.
Hey, real quick, right off the bat, I want to give a quick shout out to Bill Watkins. Hey, I appreciate the gift. Man, I can't wait to use them and start cooking out. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. And with that, hey, we're going to get back into some more good questions.
Queckwins?
Questions.
Okay.
Questions.
Christine Rathbone asked, did Colonel Tom Parker really talk with an accent like in the new movie?
And you know, I seen the trailer, and no, he did not. And I don't. I know there have been several questions kind of pertaining to that, of why he had. I have no idea of why they had him have an accent, but in real life, or the real Colonel Parker did not talk with an accent. So I mean, like I said, that's the best I can answer that. I don't know why they did it.
You know, we had talked about wanting to see that movie, but after seeing the preview to it or the trailer, I'm not that interested in
Yeah, and we'll get to. We've been asked about that too, and hopefully, I will say, because I don't put anything down, that it'll be uh, a good movie. But however, it looks so far that it's kind of going to be the same old same old. But hey, we'll see about that one.
Okay. Sue Spratt wants to know, did Elvis like ice cream?
Who doesn't like ice cream? I know this fat boy does. Now, yes, he did like ice cream, and he more vanilla than he did anything else. But sure, I mean, hey, even Elvis Presley was an ice cream lover.
Daniel Stilley, did any of your family get asked to contribute to the new Elvis movie?
No, we did not. We didn't have don't have wasn't asked, and we had no input on it whatsoever. So, but hey, that's a great question.
Billy Toll, where was Elvis's casket placed in Graceland for people to pay their respects?
So, all right, when you walk up the stairs and into Graceland, just back from the doorway, they like if you walked in, it would have been sideways like. They had like a little, and it's I'm kind of seeing it. It was like a roped off. It was red rope from pole to pole that made it. And what you did is you went in and just kind of viewed the body and went right back out the front door. It was in and out the same way. They had, like I said, had just backed him up just a little bit there, where you could just kind of walk in, circle, and walk right back out. And that's the way they did that.
Okay, Deb asked, why didn't Elvis ever play the piano on stage?
Deb, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but he did. He did Unchained Melodies on his last tour. And if you haven't seen that, and played the piano, and if you haven't seen that, you need to try to look on YouTube and see it, because it was one hell of a great performance and great piano playing, if I will add myself. And no, I'm not partial.
You don't play the piano either.
No, I do not.
Blaine Allen Harold, what was it like to live and be around Elvis?
Man, that is I can. There's so many words. Great, fantastic, wonderful, loving. There wasn't a day that went by that wasn't some type of excitement, and just the everyday life at Graceland was just, like I said, it was great. I mean, we had the whole run of the place, and as I've said in other videos, I mean, we did all kinds of crazy things, and then too, like, living there, Elvis would go, movie theaters, and I didn't particularly go on a trip to Liberty Land. I was at my grandparents'. Joey did, but just there was always
Kind of like a fairy tale, I guess.
yeah. I mean it has put memories in me that I'll love and cherish for the rest of my life, and never regret it, not one second of it. It sometimes there's a lot of words, man, that you can use, and then there's sometimes it's just you're just kind of speechless. But it was a life that, like I said, I couldn't imagine living without. I'll put it that way.
Okay, and Jeremy Cohen, did your teachers treat you differently because you lived with Elvis?
You know, that is a very good question. Some did, and some didn't. With everything you have, and I don't know if I would use good and bad, but sometimes it was easy, sometimes it's tough. Let me say that. I do know when I went into the military and my basic training, I had a drill sergeant that liked Elvis, and then I had one that I won't say disliked Elvis, but kind of got a hard time, which was used to that growing up. It was more of good times than it was, but he would kind of give me hard times on some of my tests and stuff, and say things like I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth, and y'all know we all had our bullies, I guess you could say. But for the most part, everybody was, loving. Of course, yes. Did you read the second part of that question?
No, not yet. Okay, so did your teachers ever ask to try and meet Elvis through you?
They didn't. I never had a one ask to meet Elvis. I had one that was my 6th grade teacher, and I loved her to death. It had nothing to do with Elvis, although she knew we lived at Graceland. And her mother did come visit us at Graceland, but they never asked or insinuated anything about meeting Elvis. But
did they get to meet him when they were up
no,
there?
they didn't. They was up at our trailer at Graceland, and she was my favorite teacher of all my school days. Let me just say that. So, but with that, y'all, we are, and I totally lost my mind.
Lost your train of thought?
And I know I say it, I'm always going to say it. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And we're having fun with this. Hope we continue it. If you hadn't subscribed, hey, I know I'm pushing it. Subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. And y'all remember, we have a saying, we always live Elvis.